This Houston Texans team preview edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN.
This is Jerry Glanville, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, brother.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. But I got to be honest. Maybe I need to write a book, a la Dave Canales, about the Houston Texans.
Really?
It's a long love story. There's betrayal, deceit.
What was the title of his book? This Our Marriage or This Marriage?
I thought we had it back here. Did we lose it?
No, I think Ryan O'Flanagan brought it in as a prop, but I think he took it home.
He took it with him.
Yeah,
maybe he's doing some reading.
Yeah, catch up. Maybe he's a comedian touring on the road. Moments of temptation. He turns to Dave Canales for some advice on how to stay strong and remain pure. Good times. Two-a-days continue.
This marriage ?
This marriage.
The question that changed everything.
Well, and if you go back, if you've been listening, if you've been a hardcore degen since 2011, Ryan, we've been picking every NFL game against the spread since 2011.
You think anyone's been there the whole time?
I think there have been. If you always enjoy hearing from the OGs, and we're about to.
I feel like we might get smacked in the face with an example in about 2 seconds.
Well, yes. Our guest, Steven Ranger, a Texan super fan. He's been a longtime listener. I don't know how far he dates back off the top of my head, but I know he's been around for a long time.
Well, I'm really bad at remembering things in especially in face-to-face interaction, like names. Really bad at that. But I will say that when I do, all I remember is when he said, like when he told me when did you start listening? It stuck in the brain. I don't remember when it was, but it was very early years.
I don't know. I don't remember either, but I know he's been around for a long time.
A historian, maybe.
True. D-Gen only, fun guy to have on. Chop it up. Talk about our Houston Texans. Ryan, you've been hot. I mean, you were.
So
you were all in on
the
them
book
back in the day with Andre Johnson.
It was really Andre Johnson.
Was pretty awesome.
We had a receiver like him since, like. Julio Jones comes to mind.
Yeah.
AJ Brown and DK Metcalf are bigger, but not nearly the same. I mean, he ran a 4.3. He was Calvin Johnson. He was like swole Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
And that fight with Cortland Finnegan.
Oh, so awesome.
That was bad. I mean, nowadays there would be talk of crimes being committed if that happened.
And he had like 100 catch seasons back when having a 100 catch season was pretty insane.
Well, back then you had to be a big, like a badass.
Yeah, I mean,
dude.
even going back to like 2008, where he had 115 catches, that was pretty. I mean, that was.
I hate to do the thing where you say, "I wish I could watch," but I wish I could watch the alpha receivers of our childhood play today.
Yeah,
because like. Holy shit.
I mean, he was a dog.
You still have guys like Jamar Chase that are kind of like that, but some of these other dudes that are elite wide receivers, they just couldn't have played back then.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, no disrespect. I don't know if he's playing in the 90s and even in the early 2000s.
It's certainly not quite as effective. And part of it, they weren't throwing as much either. So even if
small receivers just weren't a thing, like Wes Welker was like a thing. Like, the Wes Welker role, just because that's how many small guys there were.
And we are getting some check-ins. Greg, listener since 2018. Patrick Fisher, listening since 2017 when the Eagles went on the run.
Is that really all that? Because I feel like I have memories of Patrick Fisher for a long time.
Yeah, well, that is 8 years, Ryan.
I'm sure Billy, if he was listening, would remind us and everyone else how he's been around for a while.
Billy's day one,
which is, I mean, kind of accurate. 2014 World Cup.
Yes, we brought him on.
That was when Sean found soccer.
It was.
We did win a ridiculous amount of money.
Oh, that was great. That was a great run. Check out the Soccer Gambling Podcast. But Ryan, we're here to talk about real American USA football, and of course, each of our 32 team previews comes with a word. You put the 32 words in order. You get the phrase that pays. Send in that phrase. We will send it. We will announce a link or our mailing address if you want to send in a physical copy for those. If you got the earbud in at work, you got a little notepad going. We will take physical copies. We will add you to the spinning wheel. One lucky winner.
Well, you can also mail a USB drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So are we get a free USB drive? I'm not mailing it back.
What do you mean?
I'm not mailing a USB drive back. Okay.
Think about how cool of a mantelpiece that would be. The 2025 phrase that pays winner.
Yeah.
It was stored right here for the museum, Sean. Think about the future.
And you get $1,000 Circa Future, which is super fun. You can put it on whatever you want. You should be legal gambling age. This episode's word, 1996. So technically a number, but also I guess a word, 1996. And shout out to all the people trying to guess.
So that's not 3 words?
No, that's one word.
Okay, so we're going to take the number only then.
Yes. People are kind of, they have the gist of it, but no one has correctly guessed the 32 word phrase. Joining us.
Oh, wow. And by the way, great execution. You went so fast. I had no chance to attempt to derail the phrase that pays word.
Ryan's been trying to get me to mess up and not remember to give out the word.
It's just training camp. I'm hitting you with the little foam pad as you're running through the drill.
I am locked in. Joining us on the line, Texans super fan, Steven Ranger. Steven, thank you for joining us. It's always good to hang out. When we did our when we visited Texas A&M, we met up, hung out and watched some games on a Sunday.
We did.
You were at the Rhythm March Madness party with you and some of your buddies. That was super fun. Now, remind people, when did you find the podcast? Because I know you've been around for a long time.
Yeah, so it was I can't remember if it was Bubba's first Masters or was it his second Masters. It would be right around about that time. So that'd be what, 2012-ish?
2012 was the first one. Yeah.
So that long. Yep.
Degenerate.
It's true. I can still remember we were playing DeBell Golf Course.
Yeah. Checking the scores on our phone. We're like, my God, he's going to do it.
Well, we were teeing off that downhill, I think number 13, downhill par 5 on the back 9. That even if you're a shit golfer, very fun to just whack the shit out of the ball. And that's when he hit that shot.
Yes.
And that the rest was history. It was like early days of being able to see highlights on your phone. If you remember.
No, it was like catching some streaming while getting some golf in. It was a true DGen move. And Steven, you got to walk people through. You have an accent. You are but you are still you have an accent, but that is not a Texans accent and not a Texas accent. How did you end up becoming a Texans fan?
I thought you had the accent, Ryan, or Sean. So I moved here when I was a kid. I was probably 14, so we were here for the Oilers before they left, and cleaned my palate and waited for the Texans in 2002. So did the season ticket thing for about 15 years. Bill O'Brien cured me of that piece of shit. Giving away DeAndre Hopkins for nothing.
Oh yeah, that was when they started doing that. You could tell they were just kind of grasping at straws here. But now you got you got a little hope here. You got CJ Stroud. You got a coach that's people seem to be pretty high on. Where are you at with CJ Stroud going into year 3? Year 1, and this Texans team is pretty interesting because year 1. It's like, oh my God, look at this Texans team, rookie quarterback winning a playoff game. They're going to be awesome. And then year 2, they're also 10-7. They win a playoff game, but because the expectations were so much higher, felt like a big disappointment. Where are you at with CJ Stroud? Where are you at with this Texans team?
Yeah, they so last year, a lot of injuries last year didn't help matters. Tank Dell, Nico Collins missed some time. Laramie Tunsil jumped offside 174 times during the season. We should just have started 1st and 15 every single drive. That's where we got anyway.
That's a good point to hop in, because a lot of people are concerned. Hey, Texans didn't have a great offensive line. They got rid of quote unquote their best offensive lineman, but I was forget where I was picking up this nugget, but basically Laramie Tunsil kind of went off the reservation last year and was basically doing whatever he wanted and was a real pain in the ass in the locker room and kind of, take it away from any potential chemistry with the O line. So maybe addition by subtraction by getting rid of Laramie Tunsil.
Yeah, he had 19 penalties, and I think one of them was holding. I mean, left tackle, we'll take a holding penalty, but like 17 false starts. Come on, man, that's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, now, so I won't miss him, to be honest with you. I mean, he was pretty good at his job, but yeah, I won't miss him. So the offensive line is the story, right? I mean, it's the defense is going to be phenomenal. If the offensive line can protect Stroud, then it will be a good season. But it's kind of piecemealed together, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of duct tape on that line. So guys who haven't done it before and we're just hoping they do it now, I don't know if that's a great plan.
Now looking back at 2024, 10-7 straight up, 7-8-2 ATS. I had them 10-7. They did go over their 9.5. Kramer 9-8, but we were both. Similar vibes with this Texans team. Where were you at, Ryan, with the 2024 Texans? Like it was a weird thing because they felt like they were getting too much hype coming into the year. I wanted to fade them, but I still think they had a decent floor. Ended up on 10-7. That's where they ended up. But yeah, where are you at? Where are you at with the 2024 Texans?
The floor was from the division. Right? I think there's only so much shade you could throw. Now, I remember being a little bit sour on the idea of CJ Stroud, like not so fast, and then he kind of went further than I thought he could go. I remember I was on a nice fat CJ Stroud most interceptions ticket and some other things, but yeah, I think I was when I looked back, I probably had to remind myself that they, even with a number of problems, they sorted things out and they were just fine. But the division was pretty poor, and I think CJ Stroud still leaves. Like you're still having I'm still having the conversation of, is Bryce Young or CJ Stroud a better NFL quarterback? Now, and that being said, also like the turnover, whether it's good or bad, there was a lot of turnover on the offensive side around this quarterback that I have questions about.
Well,
but all of that being said, the defense will be good enough to give this team a decent floor. I am very high on the Jags this year. I will say that, but their floor is high because the defense, regardless, the defense will be good. But I think the offense has a much lower floor than people are giving it credit for.
Well, and as far as a point for CJ Stroud in the Bryce versus CJ Stroud debates, watching the Make-A-Wish kid have his moment with the Carolina Panthers and seeing him in the backfield next to
kid was huge.
Bryce Young, it made me. I had forgotten how tiny Bryce Young was.
Kid was huge.
Till I saw him next to the Make-A-Wish kid, and I'm like, wait, which one's the Make-A-Wish? CJ had a good line about, oh, that's so nice they let the kid wear Bryce Young's jersey because they both look similarly small, and that was kind of a reminder of, hey, Bryce Young is pretty tiny there.
Pretty tiny.
Now, draft wise, they did spend a second round pick on Ariante Ursay, Gophers a tackle who's been pretty good in camp, but second round tackle, we'll see. I think he probably will end up starting. Jaden Higgins is kind of interesting fantasy wise. I mean, to Steven's point about the injuries, I think there are 3 starting receivers that they were really high on coming into the pass catchers. They only played 2 games together. So it was just really no chemistry with the pass catchers there, which is a decent excuse there. We know, of course, our buddy Joe Mixon dealing with the foot thing. That could be certainly irksome, but bringing in Christian Kirk, he's a high floor guy, I think. Cam Robinson, we'll see what he's got left. Sheldon Rankins, I think, is bringing him back. I like that. CJ was an Eagles fan. I do think we'll miss him. They couldn't end up paying him. I do think he's a nice addition to a secondary that's going to be pretty damn good, especially CJ GJ. You put him next to the cornerbacks they have already. I think it's going to make his job pretty easy, and he brings some attitude. Good guy, creating some turnovers, some big plays. Where are you at, Steven, with their offseason, the draft, who they brought in, who they had to get rid of, obviously losing Diggs, but I never thought, I don't know. I'm just kind of out on Diggs. I don't think he's a great chemistry guy. I don't think it was ever going to really work or at least be awesome for you guys. Where are you at with the offseason?
Yeah, I agree. I think Tank Dell's a bigger loss than Diggs.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, the defense is going to be, I think it's just going to be phenomenal. So it's a case of, again, if that line can hold up, they could be, they could get involved in a deep playoff run. But yeah, again, the line concerns me. But the defense does not. I think the defense is going to be awesome. I mean, their defensive backfield is full of young guys. We managed to draft 3 guys named Jalen and Jaden, and which
That's how you know you have a young team. There's a lot of Jalen's and Jadens.
So I think I think we're going to be in good shape. I think, like I said, it's going to be that offensive line. Does Chubb have anything left in the tank there? Because they drafted the rookie out of obviously a rookie, USC.
Woody Marks, yeah.
Yeah, named after Toy Story Woody. That's interesting.
That's funny.
Yeah, so if we can get something out of him, Mixon comes back. I still like Dameon Pierce. I don't know what the deal is there. He's nicked up again, but yeah, I mean, getting that running game going. We don't actually play a lot of top defenses, so that might give CJ some time to get develop a little further. So that's the hope.
Yeah, no, it's certainly there's it's interesting. I'm looking at some of the division specials. Maybe we'll talk about those as far as the running back splits. They took Joe Mixon off the board for AFC South most rushing touchdowns.
Really?
But he's there for most rushing yards. That's kind of interesting that they're only offering that. Woody Marks 15-1 to lead the AFC South in rushing touchdowns.
No.
20-1 rushing yards. Yeah, I'm still probably gonna go big. Just stay on my Bigsby position, and obviously Jonathan Taylor is gonna be tough out there in the division market. But all right, yeah, let's talk about the Houston Texans and their schedule. Before we do, of course, shout out to Underdog Fantasy, Underdog Best Ball Mania happening all summer long. You got $15 million up for grabs, $2 million to first place. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. It's best ball, the best way to play fantasy football. Kramer, what's your Woody Marks share over on Underdog? Are you drafted more Woody Marks?
No, like a handful of. I mean, we've done. I think it's he's a good last round pick. I think
he is. Definitely take a dart throw on him. Nick Chubb, I think same kind of thing. You want a couple of these guys. Because Joe Mixon being healthy for all 17 games seems like an unlikely outcome. And if you get a rookie Woody Marks, or if Chubb has something left going there late,
I've made this comment before, but I've heard multiple comparisons of Woody Marks to a young Nick Chubb. Yeah.
So you got young Nick Chubb and old Nick Chubb
and Dameon Pierce. Got some angry runners out there.
I still want a couple Dameon Pierce shares.
They say the scheme is a better fit for Dameon Pierce now that they're doing the McVay thing.
Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, we'll talk. Or yeah, the Bobby Slowick run blocking and them switching to whatever the man gap scheme more running the ball should be good for the Texans. Hey, head over to Underdog Fantasy. Use the promo code SGPN. Get a deposit match up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag. MyBookie can be your bookie because MyBookie is MyBookie.ag. Promo code SGPN, 100% match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions all apply on that rollover bonus. Accepted customers from a ton of locations, easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using that sweet cryptocurrency. Get started today. MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Kramer, how's the what do the numbers look for this Texans team? How are we going?
You want some numbers? I got some numbers for you, Sean. All right. First off, I feel like the band of 9.5s this year is a little bigger than normal. We've been stuck in here for a couple days.
And they were 9.5 last year, right?
I believe that is accurate.
Yeah.
The macro, well, I guess before 9.5 is the win total. The juice is slightly to the under, -103 over, -122 under. Then we have -150 to make the playoffs. This is interesting. This gap between over 9.5 and make playoffs, +122 to miss. This is suggesting that they think the Texans as a wild card could potentially be getting in the playoffs. Division is +105. That's the only way you can explain the gap. 12-1 to win the conference. Super Bowl 25-1. I don't see the ceiling on this team. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, wow, right. You only see the ceiling on the Jaguars.
They have eight in terms of strength of schedule. I do get aroused when I see the Jags ceiling. I get it. I'm dreaming a little bit. I'm projecting in my own simulation. That's what we all do. 19th in net rest. And yeah, I mean, in terms of a team with a 9.5 win total, only favored in 9 games. We've been having this conversation. But as per many of these teams we've been talking about, a lot of short dogs on the map.
But and they do play the other division winners in the AFC, so that obviously makes things tough. Week 6 bye, not horrible. Maybe a little bit later, but
you're rolling out a new offense, so I don't mind it here. Possibly a good thing. So let's get into it. First 4, as we do, at Los Angeles to open the season. Tampa comes to town, then at Jacksonville, Tennessee at home. I believe I am chopping the home game or the division games with the Jags. But Steven, what are we doing? First 4, are they coming out hot? Oh, and then Tennessee at home. Sorry.
Yeah, we always win in Jacksonville. So I'm going to go. I'm thinking 3-1. I think it was Sean the other day on one of the other pods pointed out that maybe Trevor Lawrence just sucks.
No.
That's my biggest holdup. Steven, I have all these charts and graphs and all this analytics.
Not this year, not with Liam Cohen.
But there is a chance he just fucking sucks.
Right.
And I think that's a decent chance. That's why I'm not totally out on them, because I think he helps them bump up a little bit, but I don't see the ceiling that the Jag-offs of CJ and Ryan.
We've been jagging off hard.
Yes. So you got them 3-1. What do you think they lose at the Rams? They lose at home to the Bucks?
The Rams is probably, right out of the gate, the toughest.
Yeah.
We beat Tampa last year. We did a nice comeback last year. And then the division games, I mean, I could see, I don't know what the number is, but I could see a 5-1 or 6-0 in the division. So that's a pretty good base.
It's very, that feels a little arrogant. But
now these first 4 games, it's going to be tough. I mean, the Rams right now, how real is this Stafford injury? I've seen both sides of, hey, this is just maintenance. He is going to be there for week 1. It is an old guy with an ongoing back thing, seeing spine specialists, which is certainly troubling.
Also running McVay's offense in Houston. Maybe an advantage there for the Rams defense.
Oh, you're right. That's a good point. I think the Bucks game too is going to be interesting. Will we see Tristan Wirfs? Because this Bucks team with a backup left tackle against this, Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter, that could be a nightmare situation for Baker.
This could be a tough game for Dick Puncher's Mike Evans anytime.
I mean, their secondary is awesome. I think the Texans match up really well with the Bucks, and then the Wirfs injury is a big wild card in predicting some of these, at least for me. I do like them in the division. I think 2-2, 3-1. I'll go 3-1 here. Kramer, what do you do?
2-2.
2-2, because you got to give the Jags a win.
Well, I'm splitting it. I know that it will probably happen in reverse order, because the AFC South,
everything's backwards.
A fickle bitch. Yeah, but I'm just gonna split it. Now they are gonna sweep the Titans at Baltimore, which that's a juicy spot right there. That number, I got to be honest, Sean. If there's a number that's stood out so far to me, Then we have the bye
Texans
week.
have a good defense. They'll be able to hang with Lamar. I don't know if they win outright, but 7.5 is a ton.
Then we have the bye week. Then we have the at Seattle off the bye again. I think week 6 is fine for the bye because you are rolling out a new offense. The Seattle coming off a tough game against the Jaguars, by the way, in Jacksonville, if you were wondering. Then San Francisco at home and Denver at home. So definitely want to catch those teams in your house. You let Shanahan. You got some connections there with the coaching staff. Steven, what about this is a very tricky 4-game stretch here. What are we doing here?
Yeah, I hate Baltimore. I just hate them. We never beat them. We never come close to beating them. So I'm gonna say conservative 2-2.
Ooh, that feels aggressive.
Really,
this stretch is tough.
It is tough.
Even the Seattle game is tricky. Yeah, I don't like Seattle, but that's a tricky spot.
But they do have 2 home games. Now you could make it. I mean, but it's also going to be a real test for this offensive line. You know, going up against Bosa and the 49ers, that Broncos defensive line, a lot of talent on there as well. And they're home dogs in both those situations.
And schedule note, the Seattle game is that weird extra Monday night game where they do the doubleheader. So it's like a 7 p.m.
Oh, we're talking
West
body
Coast,
clock.
Yeah, West Coast kick. I mean, again, it's just a weird spot. I know they're coming off the bye. Weird spot. And also, I just think you're going against a lot of teams that are going to know your style of offense potentially. I'm down on the offense. So if the offense doesn't deliver, what games are they losing here? Holy shit. They could lose all of them, Sean.
I'm going to go 1-3. I see the schedule, to your point, being an issue here because I think at Ravens, maybe they do keep it close, but Steven reminding us of their history at Seattle.
If they don't can't beat Baltimore, guess who runs the Baltimore defense?
Yeah.
Seattle.
No, I think, but they do have a bye in between there.
Guess who owns McVay? Shanahan.
Maybe it's 2-2, but I'll go 1-3. I'll go conservative.
0-4.
0-4. Wow.
0-4. Remind me when we're doing the Niners. That I get.
All right.
Here.
0-4. So Kramer,
should I go 1-3? Was that too harsh? 1-3.
Okay, 1-3.
I was too harsh.
Kramer's 3-5. I'm 4-4. Steven 5-3.
Next 4, we got the Jacksonville home game at Tennessee, which again, I not respecting Tennessee this year. Buffalo at home and then at Indy. I see it's one of those strange stretches where the road games are super easy. Steven, how many wins do they rack up here?
It could be 4, but we'll go with 3. We'll go 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
8-4 right now. I'm with you, Steven. I think 3-1 is very doable in this stretch. Now I could even see them winning Buffalo and then messing up one of those weird division spots. But
I'm 3-1.
Okay, you're also in 3-1, Ryan. All
right. Well, I think the idea that they could sneak a game against Buffalo. I mean, that's a very difficult. That's a Thursday night game. And also that's a very difficult spot in general. Buffalo. You look at the stretch of games they have. It's a back-to-back road spot where they'd have Pittsburgh up on deck. In fact, it's the beginning of a 4 road games in 5 games for Buffalo. Again, a Thursday night game. 3-1. 3-1. So they're going to be a real Jekyll and Hyde team.
Kramer 6-6. I'm 7-5. Steven 8-4 going into the last 5 game stretch.
All right. At Kansas City, that will be a back-to-back road spot coming off the Indy game. Then Arizona at home, Vegas at home, 2 games they're favored in. At Los Angeles, got to imagine there'll be a home game. Is that Christmas week? I got to imagine there'll be a relative home team then, and then you got the Colts at home, another probably division win. I think I'm going to give them the sweep against the Texans, or I'm sorry, the Colts and the Titans. All right, last 5, Steven. I guess they're winning the division in your world. How many wins do they get?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to go 3-2 in that stretch. I'm not quite sure where the 2 losses come from, but be a little conservative.
Yeah, I
mean, I like that. He's just proving a point. He's proving a point.
Would I be surprised if they won either at KC or the Chargers?
Like at KC on Sunday Night Football would be tricky.
Yeah, you're right. And
that would be tricky.
And maybe that becomes a look ahead at Indy. They look past Indy and they get tripped up there. Going back to that last quadrant, I'll keep it conservative. I'll go 3-2. It's, I mean, they were 10-7 the last 2 years.
3-2.
It seems like them going 10-7 again this year. You know, they did a lot of their changes. I think will end up kind of being lateral moves. I think CJ Stroud has a little bit of a bounce back year, and I think the defense is still going to be really good. So 10-7 in this division sounds.
I got them 9-8.
You got them 9-8. All right. We're going to talk about our best bets for the 2025 Houston Texans. Of course, our best bets for football contests, Circa Million, Circa Survivor, Ryan, 20 million plus guaranteed. This is the biggest football contest in the world.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, they are saying that. But I mean, come on. Can you consider yourself a football fan if you're not in the biggest football contest in the world?
Have we gotten the 12th Grand Decimo?
It's right around the corner, Ryan. But Circus Survivor, you probably played Survivor before. You may have won Survivor before, but imagine winning your office Survivor and not being in Circus Survivor. I wouldn't be able to live with myself, Ryan. Circa Million, same kind of thing. You just get hot for 1 quarter, 1 4-game stretch. You've had those before in your office pick'em where you're picking the 5 games. Maybe you're 17-3, 18-2 ATS. You go on a crazy heater for 4 weeks. You're cashing 6 figures. And of course, Grandissimo, 100K entry fee. We are open to investors. Podcast at sgpn.io. And of course, if you're playing in any of the contests, head over to footballcontest.com. Use the promo code SGP. Get you $50 off the proxy fees. Footballcontest.com. Promo code SGP. We're also brought to you by Rhythm and their power trends continuing to kill it. I mean, it's a lot of unders, but the unders have been hitting. The MLB power trends crushing it. They're hitting at 70%. Finding who to fade, when to fade them. They're doing a great job finding those. The WNBA power trends, 27-16, 23% ROI bankroll builder for the NFL right around the corner. Get your 7-day free trial now. Start playing around with it. 7-day free trial. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Kramer. What do you got for your best bets for this Houston Texans team? Are you taking the under? At 9.5 wins.
I think I'd almost rather take the. I was looking at this and trying to decide because you got to pay some juice to take the under. Do I just take the missed playoffs? Get a plus price on that? I think I do that because I don't think this division gets 2 teams in.
Okay.
So I say miss playoffs.
Okay.
What if the offense doesn't start off working? I like Nico. I understand why people like Nico Collins. I do think the Tank Dell thing's a problem. They drafted a bunch of receivers, so they're throwing resources at it, but let's play the miss. Let's also play the strat. I mean, they're giving you a big number on CJ Stroud interceptions. Again.
Yeah. Even as a guy who's high on CJ or high-ish, having him 10-7, CJ Stroud to lead the league in interceptions at 38-1. I'm also going to take a sprinkle on it, even though I do like them over their win total. I think my favorite play would just be AFC South though at +105. I mean, they could certainly win this division at 9-8. I'll take that chance.
I've heard people say that's the lock of all locks.
Yes.
Houston winning the division.
I don't.
Good luck.
I'm
good luck.
I'm seriously out on the Colts. I'm pretty skeptical of the Jags, and then the Titans. I mean, the Titans. Cam Ward himself said they're mid. I mean, the Titans are really struggling. Colts to me is an easy fade with the greatest quarterback competition of all time. We got Anthony Richardson, Danny Dimes. So AFC South +105 is my favorite play. I will sprinkle CJ Stroud most interceptions at 38-1 because I think the price is.
Do both those happen?
Well, it happened for Baker Mayfield last year in the Bucs. He threw 16 interceptions. They still won the division. I don't I don't think it's that crazy.
The boot gotta go throw Trevor on the list now.
Now, could you parlay these? I don't know.
No.
Many books probably wouldn't allow you, but that would be a fun.
What most take parlay it with what?
Parlay CJ Stroud most interceptions with Texans to win the AFC South.
I see. Yeah. That would be a fun parlay.
Now, I don't know if the same game parlay engines would allow you
reverse correlation through the moon.
That would be certainly a fun thing to root for. Now, the problem is how many times are they going to be throwing? I do think the defense is still going to be very good. I like the GJ signing. I think that is big for them. Obviously, the big question is the offensive line, but much like the Bengals, who never seem to have an offensive line, seem to figure out how to win some games. I think the Texans fall in that category. Are there any of the props, division specials?
Last thing I'll throw out is I do like going back to the under on overall team points.
Okay.
398.5.
Now, what'd they do last year for reference?
Good. This is I'll pull it up real quick. This is the bet on. It doesn't matter what they did last year. The offense doesn't work and the defense is still good. They're just going to be in a lot of
low scoring games.
Hold on a second.
Steven, you got him at 11-6. I'm going to put you down for the over 9.5 wins. Sounds like you're also on the AFC South plus 105.
Yep.
What else you like for your Texans?
You got that already. Yeah. Stroud's touchdowns are only like 21.5. So if he's going to go over that, or if he's not going to go over that, they're not going to score almost 400 points. I can guarantee that. So I have what else do I have? I got Danielle Hunter, defensive player of the year at 100, 100 to 1. Just figure the opposite side from Anderson there. He's going to get some opportunities. I think Collins is over 7.5 touchdowns. I've got a piece of that. That seems like a pretty low number. But yeah, other than that, division was the first one I had in there. I've got D'Amico Ryans 50-1 coach of the year. He's pretty well respected. If they get to 12 wins, 50-1's a good value. So that's the big pieces.
I think they're. I think D'Amico Ryans 50-1 probably for a reason, but I think the case is kind of similar to Zach Taylor, coach of the year. Now, Bengals didn't make the playoffs last year, but certainly
he's way more likable.
D'Amico Ryans.
And if this happens, it's gonna everyone's gonna applaud his willingness to make drastic change.
Yeah,
like risky change. I actually kind of like that angle. I'm not high on the team, but if I'm playing a ceiling, I do kind of like that price.
And he probably should have won it in 2022, but Brian Dable stole it away from him. But yeah, I think you know what, I'll sprinkle a little D'Amico Ryans coach of the year 50-1, because to Steven's point, like if they do somehow, like if they go 13-4, let's just say Texans are the 1 seed. Now, manageable schedule here. If they're the 1 seed and maybe Stroud's numbers aren't gaudy enough to warrant an MVP, and part of the reason they're winning 13 games is because of their defense, he's going to get credit for that. So
he might be too fit to win the award.
He is in amazing shape. But I will tail D'Amico Ryans coach of the year there 50-1. Steven, you got any other long shots, fun bets for the Texans?
I've got the number 1 seed. I can't remember the price exactly, maybe 15-1 somewhere in there. But it's with the offensive line questions. It's going to be tough to if we can keep CJ upright. We have visions of David Carr last year with his 60 sacks, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
So it's admittedly it's tough to find some of those stat categories without knowing how that offensive line is going to do. So we'll see as it goes. The Trevor Lawrence love is ridiculous though on this podcast, man. Holy shit!
Hey, not me. I know. That's CJ and Kramer.
I tell you, man.
That is a disgusting.
Sometimes you have to dare to be different.
Well, that's different. That is very, very different. Signing up for Trevor Lawrence.
3 hand pays at the NFL slot. 3 hand pays.
Well, give me. Yeah. So I cashed a nice Texans ticket at that slot machine when I came and saw you guys in March. So
nice. So
we
now you always go out to Vegas. You and your buddies. You guys.
Oh, that's
hang
right.
out.
You were at the Rhythm party.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
But you're a big you like going to Red Rock over there, which is a nice property, kind of considered like a local spot. So good hang over there. Are you going to be out at all for NFL March Madness? When's your next Vegas trip?
So there could be something coming in the fall. I'll track you guys down if that's the case. So and I'll always enjoy hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, no, good times, good hang, chopping it up, fun talking Houston Texans. Kramer, what do we have next? What's the next team preview?
Well, Justin Decker will be coming in studio. Maybe you can capture some social video of him walking into the hallway, Sean. Get the crowd hyped up.
Oh yes, and
will we get a live performance?
I hope
tonight?
So. And we have a couple different versions of his San Diego Superchargers, which is an all-time great drop. Got to make sure that's ready to go, loaded on the board. Maybe we'll get him to do one in person.
372. How many points they scored last year?
Oh, okay.
Whatever. Doesn't, like I said, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Well, that's
just a frame of reference.
Yeah. Well, you think about a 400-point team is a fairly, I mean, it's a decently high scoring team. You're talking about like what, 24 points a game or whatever.
Yeah. Good times as always. Check out Steven Ranger. Steven, what's throw out your X account, Discord, where can people find you?
Yep, Steven Ranger 1 or Coisty on Discord. So
let's go.
We're always in there. So time for me to go off and watch the other kind of football and have a couple of shekels. Have a couple of shekels on that too.
Any Champions League plays for the audience watching live here?
Yeah, I mean, my own team I grew up supporting. I'm never going to bet against them, although we're off to a slow start. So Rangers playing.
That's right. Yes,
some team from the Czech, whatever that goes by these days, Czechia or whatever. So I'll be going in here and watching it shortly. So
good luck to your Rangers. Good luck to our Houston Texans. Toss us a nice 5-star over on Spotify, answering all the questions over there. Very easy to send those in. And Kramer, we're talking Chargers tonight.
Superchargers.
And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
CJ Stroud, 3 more years in the league.
Kramer, let it ride.
I'm wet. I want better fucking execution.